So when I went back, my kids were in school, I wanted a job, and I worked for Ronnie Strong Construction, and I had mother's hours, and I learned a lot at Ronnie's. I learned a lot about septic systems and portable toilets and all kinds of things about construction. And then Ronnie sold off the septic end, and I needed a job. So there was a job at the health department, and I applied for it. Several people did apply, but the reason why I got the job is because I knew a little bit about the septic systems. And that's why Dan Ottenheimer hired me, because I knew about the septic systems.
Okay.
So I got hired as a clerk, and once I had the job, I wanted to be really informative and know about everything. So I got myself Serve Safe, and I learned how to do...
What is Serve Safe?
So in order to run a restaurant, you have to be Serve Safe, which means you've gone, you've studied, and you've taken the test from the state, so you know how to run a restaurant.
Oh, and what's it about?
It's about the code, the food code, and what you can do and what you can't do, and what kind of permits you need, because there's a food establishment permit, there's a retail, there's a mobile, so you learn all about the food industry.
So that's a Serve Safe.
Serve Safe certificate, right.
Okay, so you got a Serve Safe certificate.
Right. And then another thing we did is, in order to have an apartment in Gloucester, you had to have a rental certificate. So I wanted to know about that. So my boss, Dan Ottenheimer, sent me on a course, so I knew about rental certificates. So I would know a little bit about, you go into the an apartment, and you know about the codes for the apartments. So I knew about the food now, I knew about the rental, and I knew about septic systems when I got the job. So I was a clerk, and I was a clerk for a few years, and then the food inspector retired. I'm going to try for that job, and I did, and I got the job. And that was my dream job. I just loved that job. I treated it as, when I went on inspection, I liked to teach the people. I was strict, I was firm, but yet I wanted them to learn from my inspection. And then I retired in 2020 as a food inspector, and my boss said, we have the perfect job for you, and it's running the bus called Seniors on the Go. So I did that for a couple years out of the health department, and my boss said, you know what, I think you'd be better off working at senior center, because that's where the seniors are.
Okay, I'm going to stop you again. Boy, you're fast.
Oh, okay, I'm going ahead of you.
I know I used to see you at the senior center at Rose Baker all the time.
I was working.
All the time? All those years? Didn't you used to just volunteer or come in and do stuff?
I've always volunteered. I volunteer at the Open Door. I volunteer at the senior center. I volunteer at my church. I love to volunteer.
Okay, so then what's funny to me is that I was used to seeing you. I never knew that you were actually doing a job. Rosalie's here. Well, you help with the bag of groceries that gets done once at Mobile Market.
Anytime there's a party, I'm there. Christmas party, St. Patrick's party. I like to volunteer.
Okay.
I love to help people, and I love to be there.
Have you always been a volunteer your whole life, or what?
All my life. I've taught Sunday school ever since I can remember, so that's a volunteer job. I volunteered at the church. I love to volunteer. I love to help people.
Did you learn that from your family, from your parents, from your...
My mother taught me as a little girl to help. And then going to school with the nuns, they always taught you to be, to volunteer and to help, especially the needy, the less fortunate. So, yeah.
Tell me about going to St. Anne's.
Oh, my gosh. I went to St. Anne's School for 12 years and with the nuns, and I just loved it. I loved it. I learned about my religion. I learned it with the nuns. I volunteered at school. I used to stay after and, clean. I would go in the rectory, I would go to the rectory and I'd clean. I even worked at the rectory for a little bit. But yeah, I like to volunteer.
I love that. Anything else about being at school? Like, what subjects did you like?
I liked everything. I have, You know, a lot of people have childhood memories about school and they don't like it. I loved school. I was a class officer during high school, and when I see I only had 23 kids in my class. And when we see each other, you know, there's a bond there that'll last forever,
yes.
You know?
Of course,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah, and every class, we were all close. We were all close. We would have dances all the time, and the kids in my class, and the kids in the school, we created a band, and we'd have dances at the school. It was nice.
I think that's
a great childhood.
That's lovely. It gives you a good solid base, and
right.
What's the word I want? You feel like you belong, and you feel like there's a sort of a protection.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're there for each other. All of that.
Right. Small, and that's like Gloucester. Gloucester's small, so you know there's a bond with everybody who lives here. Yeah, I just love Gloucester.
Do you think that that's the same for people who weren't born here?
I think once people come to Gloucester, they fall in love with it, and they don't want to leave.
Well, I know that happened to me.
Right?
I mean, I didn't fall, but I've been here for close to 50 years.
Really?
I have been here for that long, and I'm still an outsider, but I know a lot of people, and I'm involved with a lot of people, and there is something about the closeness that is just there. Well, there's part of it about being an island. It's just about an island.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really is an island, although a lot of people come and go.
Well, being Italian and from a large family, you know, I'm related to half the city, you know?
You are. What's your maiden name?
My maiden name was Scola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And my mother was a Liacano, and that's a huge family. My grandmother had 10 children. So I have a lot of cousins, and we're all close.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, more about the family. So you have your own family. You have a husband and children. Tell me about your husband and children.
So my husband he was a lobsterman. He's since retired, and he bought a lobster boat, and he wanted to name the boat after me. And I said, no, I don't want the boat named after me because I've always been chubby, so I feel like I was as big as a boat. He said, no, I won't name it after you. So he puts the boat, and he had to paint it. So he said, I want you to see the boat before I launch it, put it in the water. I said, okay. So we go down, and he has the boat, and he named it Rosa, R-O-S-A, capital L-E-E. And he put a rose on each side of the name. So he calls me Rosalie. And a lot of people call me Rosalie, but that's where it came from, the boat. So he was a lobsterman, and I have 2 children.
2?
Yes, I have a daughter, Lisa Leahy. She's vice president of Bank Gloucester. And I have a son, Lieutenant Jeremiah Nicastro.
Okay.
Yep.
So everybody's still here.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. My kids live in Gloucester, and I have 2 grandchildren. And my parents are gone. But yeah, I have a good life.
You do.
I do.
No wonder you want to share it. Share life. Help people with their lives.
Yep.
Okay, so let me catch up. So you left working as the food inspector, and now you run this Seniors on the Go.
That's right.
And that's just a few hours a week.
I work 15 hours a week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so you retired from the one job, you have another part-time job, and you do lots of volunteering at Rose Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you recommend to people about, since you know Rose Baker so well, what would you say to people about participating at Rose Baker?
I tell people all the time, Rose Baker is a wonderful, wonderful place. Everyone there is warm and caring. And if you don't know anybody, if you sit down, by the time you leave, you will know somebody. On Tuesday, there's a crochet people. I didn't know any of them. Now I know them, and they act like they're my best friends. One of them gave me a Christmas gift. I mean, and they crochet. They're there every Tuesday. So if someone likes to crochet or knit, go on Tuesday. You know, one day there's cards, there's different kind of card games, exercise, line dancing, bingo. Everybody loves bingo. I personally, I went once. I don't have the patience. I can't sit there. I say, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. I can't sit. I can't sit that long. But the place is packed for bingo. People have a wonderful, wonderful
Well,
time.
they take that bingo very, very seriously.
Very serious. And don't sit in their seat.
You can't
They're
sit
on
in
their
their
own
seat. They each have they have seats.
Yeah.
They play the certain number of cards. They come in with their markers. They sit there like it's. And if you walk into that room during the bingo, it's like they look at you like you've invaded their personal
privacy.
space
Yeah,
and their
yeah.
privacy.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop in that room. And I love it in many ways. I'm a little intimidated. I love it that there are people who, first of all, it's very social for them.
Yeah.
They spend an hour or more ahead of time socializing, and they chat between games. But other than that, it's silence. All you hear are the numbers being called.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's 2 days a week.
Right. Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesdays and
And
Fridays.
they have excellent meals down there, especially when the open door. When the open door does it, their soups are amazing.
Soup.
And so before bingo, they'll get there at 11 o'clock. They'll have their lunch, and then they sit and, like you say, they socialize. And a lot of them, they weren't friends. You make friends when you're there.
You do.
No one should stay home and be lonely. Please come, try it. I tell people all the time. I have a cousin who doesn't go out, and I tell her, please, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Go out.
Absolutely.
Make friends.
If
Don't
you-
be afraid.
Exactly. If you can go out, it's important to go out. So tell me about seniors. Speaking of going, tell me about seniors on the go.
Oh, so my Seniors on the Go bus, we go out every Monday. The first Monday of the month, we go to Walmart. That's everybody's favorite. So because they like to do a lot of shopping in Walmart, we have to go someplace fast for lunch. We go to Wendy's has a special lunch for $5. We go to Wendy's for lunch. They go to the museum. Senior Care does a movie for us. It's like once every 3 months. We go and see a movie at the Cabot. That's free.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes we go to the museum here at Cape May Museum, the Peabody Museum. They love museums. They love job lots. I'll take them to the mall, and we'll go to the mall, and I'll tell them you have like an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and a half to shop. Then we all meet in the food pavilion. We have lunch together. We get on the bus, and we come home.
I know this is a little technical for our show, but that's okay. Do people meet at the senior center? Yeah, you don't go around picking people up.
No, we meet at the senior center, and I call everybody on Sunday night, remind them. And one of the things we're doing in February is we're going to Essex Tech for lunch.
Ooh.
Isn't that great? We've done it before.
I want to go to that one.
And come. For $16, you get salad, a choice of 3 entrees, a dessert, coffee, tea, soda. They'll bring a little appetizer, bread and butter, for $16. And they're wonderful to us there. So that'll fill up fast.
That's what I like. I like that it's a combination of the a service for seniors, and mingling with the people studying at
Exactly, the
tech
students.
school, at the tech
Right.
school.
Right. You know, I take them out at Christmas time, going around to see the Christmas lights.
Yes.
Oh my God, they sing Christmas carols. They turn into little kids. It's so cute to see. They sing Christmas carols. They talk about cookies. Your mother made it this way, I made it that way. And they all compare recipes. I love my job. It's so rewarding. So rewarding.
It is. I want to do a cooking show.
I would love
I
would
wanna
love
do
that.
a cooking show with Gloucester people who have their own recipes. I want to call it Gloucester Cooks.
And I could find the cooks for you too.
I know you could.
Yeah.
And you
My
could
seniors.
be the host.
Yeah. Oh no, you could be the host.
Well, maybe I'll be the host. We'll
I'll be
see.
I peel the potatoes. That would be so fun. That would be so fun.
Do you cook?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes.
What do you cook?
Oh, you know, being, like I say again, Italian, when you're a little girl, you always have to help mom. So, I mean, we make sauce every Sunday. We call it pasta zugo with meatballs and sausage, you know, and I love to make soups. Lentil soup is one of my favorites. You know, when people say, oh, you make soup? Yeah, in a half hour you're done. It doesn't take long.
I know.
And it's a comfort food, you know. Yeah, it's fun.
Is your husband still? No, you said your husband retired.
He retired. My husband has COPD, so he doesn't get out much anymore. He's on oxygen all the time.
Aww.
Yep. Smoking, bad thing.
Smoking.
Bad thing. Yep.
Yep. Smoking. Well, we won't go there. But smoking.
My generation, as soon as you were 16, everybody started to smoke.
Me too.
Right?
I did.
Everybody. I never could learn how to inhale. I never did. But everyone smoked. And today I don't think kids smoke as much as...
Well, they do other things. And they do smoke. And they smoke other things. And some of us, all of us, smoke other things too. But the cigarettes, it's a whole different thing.
And it's so expensive.
A whole different world.
Yeah. It's addictive.
Anyway, I want to talk happier now. Let's sit down. Okay. Well, everyone loves you, Rosalie. Everyone does. I know. How do you keep up that happy thing that you have, that you radiate, that you are? Look, I'm going to interrupt before you answer. I want to say, you say, oh, be there. If you go in alone, people will talk to you. You'll know people by the time you leave. But that's you. What do you think?
I think for the most part, people at the senior center are friendly and warm and want to be friends. There was a guy there, and he plays on a computer playing solitaire all the time. I went up to him, started talking to him. He's one of my good friends now. He needed a scale. I had an extra scale. I brought him the scale. People want to be friends. They want to bond. You know, they're lonely. No need to be lonely. Come to the senior center. What you should do is join. If you join and you sign up, you get a newsletter every month. And the newsletter tells you day for day what's going on. And on the fourth Friday of every month, the open door comes. And they have a horseshoe. They make the tables like a horseshoe. And they bring all fresh fruits and vegetables and a dozen eggs.
And a dozen eggs?
Yeah, so you know how much eggs are. And there's no income. You don't have to report any income.
No income, but you do have to, here's something we need to let people know. You do have to sign up ahead of time.
Hi, my name is Natalia Moshe, and I'm the Activities and Volunteer Coordinator here at the Rose Baker Senior Center. We are located right in the heart of Gloucester, downtown, at 6 Manuel F. Lewis Street, and we would love to have you come and join us. To become a member here at the Senior Center, you come in and fill out a registration form that we always have here available at the front desk. It's free to join. You do not have to be from Gloucester. We have a variety of activities and presentations here, as well as serving lunch for our members every day. We have a wonderful newsletter that goes out each month to our members. You can have this emailed or mailed to you, and this will tell you everything that we have going on. Our typical day would be on a Monday. We have a yoga class at 9:30. We have art at 10 o'clock. We also have a variety of card games that we play here. We have a cribbage tournament that's currently going on. We play bingo twice a week. We have bridge lessons and duplicate bridge. And we play canasta and mahjong as well. If you're coming in for lunch, which we serve daily, or for a meeting or presentation, we do ask you sign up ahead of time because we need a head count of how many people are coming to join. We have workshops. We have a caregivers workshop. We have a widowers and widow group that you can sign up for and just have support from people here in the community that are part of our senior center. We have a constituent from Ann Margaret Ferrante's office here once a month, a representative from Bruce Tarr's office once a month. We also have an attorney that comes here once a month and a financial advisor for free advice. So any questions you may have for them, we can help. We have a utilities program. People can come with their utilities bill and find out how they can get some assistance with paying for that or lowering their bills. We also have Shine counselors here, and they help with people that are signing up for Medicare or currently on Medicare that need assistance with their prescriptions or with their health plan in general. We have a tech team that you can book an appointment here with as well. Their tech team is made up of volunteers, and they can help with any questions you may have with a laptop, iPad, cell phone, computer classes. So you can join to be a member, and we can get you signed up with a one-on-one lesson with a member from our tech team to help with any issues you have regarding technical support. We do encourage you to come down and sign up ahead of time for our activities. You do not have to sign up for our exercise classes and our art classes. We take attendance when you arrive. And when you arrive here at the center, you check in at our kiosk, letting us know what you're here for the day. And we do ask that you sign up ahead of time for any presentations we have going on, meetings, lunch, because we do have to turn in a head count and know how many people will be attending. We always have sign-up sheets available for people that do come in to the center, but if you can't make it in person, you can call us as well to sign up for the activities. You can reach us at 978-325-5801, and we'd love to talk to you about coming in, joining, getting a tour, and seeing what we have to offer here at the Rose Baker Senior Center. We'd love to have you and assist you in any way we can. If we don't have somebody here on site, we know who to send you to as well. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and we'd love to give you a tour and show you what we have to offer in this beautiful building.
Elise is the director. She's wonderful. Natalia is the activities director. She's wonderful. And you can call.
Everybody's pretty cool and wonderful.
And if your house is cold and you're lonely, it's a place to go. It's nice and warm. And there's always coffee, free coffee. There's usually a little pastry there, cookies or something.
You know what we haven't touched on? We haven't touched on the art program.
Oh, yeah.
So
June.
3 days a week, you can come and learn how to do something. You can come and practice something you already know. There's a fabulous director of the art program, and she'll know right away. If you don't think you're an artist, just meet Junie.
Junie knows how to make everyone an artist. Yes. And then Jane does the jewelry making. I made this bracelet there.
Get out of here. You made that bracelet?
Yeah, just a little stretchy bracelet. And I think that's on Wednesday mornings. You sign up and you go, and then you can go every Wednesday. For Christmas time, they made bracelets and earrings and things, and they sold them so they could buy more supplies. So there's a lot going on. That's Jane Jackson who does the jewelry. I mean, everyone down there is nice. And Chrissy Liacano does line dancing a couple times a week, I think. And that's fun, and it's exercise.
Okay. I think we've covered everything. We talked about your family. We talked about your work. We talked about what you're doing. You're not really technically retired, but you retired from a full-time job. So we talked about your volunteering, and we talked about Rose Baker Senior Center. And is there anything else you want to say before we stop?
Well, I'm also on the board at the Senior Center.
Oh, you are? You're on the council.
I'm on the Council on Aging, and I'm on the board at Senior Care. So they kind of tie together, working with seniors.
How long have you been on those boards?
Oh, I've been on the board at the Council on Aging forever. Ever since I worked for the health department, they asked me to do that. And I've been on senior care about 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Volunteer.
Volunteer.
It keeps you busy.
It keeps you busy and active, and your energy is out of sight, off the charts.
I don't know. Sometimes that's a bad thing.
I can't imagine. Listen, it's not a bad thing. I suppose there might be moments where it's not the best, but it can't be a bad thing to have so much energy and to be so active and involved and to be beloved.
Yeah.
You are. People love you.
I love what I do. I love Gloucester, and I love to help people. It's a good feeling, right?
It is. It is.
Gratifying.
Thank you, Rosalie, for chatting with me.
Thank you, Miss Jen.
I'm happy to have you here.
I'm happy to have you as a friend.
Really.
And we work together at all the parties, so come to a party and you'll get to meet both of us,
Both
right?
of us. Yay!